Pew Studies finds 39% of Americans say being gay is morally wrong, far higher than in Western Europe. A new report from the Pew Research Center finds a troubling share of Americans still believe being gay is morally wrong. The 2025 survey examines attitudes in 25 countries, asking respondents whether behaviors such as abortion, drinking alcohol, and homosexuality were morally acceptable, morally unacceptable, or not a moral issue. In the United States, about 39% of respondents said homosexuality was morally wrong. That rate is significantly higher than several Western European countries. In Sweden, Germany, Spain, and the Netherlands, more than 90% of people said homosexuality is morally acceptable. Comparable levels of disapproval were reported in Israel at 47%, Hungary at 34%, and Greece at 30%. Separate polling by YouGov in February also found U.S. adults divided on whether discrimination against LGBTQ people is a serious problem. The poll showed only 23% of U.S. adults believed LGBT discrimination is a very serious problem. Others found it is a somewhat serious problem, or a minor problem, or no problem at all. The data underscores that while acceptance has grown globally, public opinion on LGBTQ issues in the United States is still deeply divided, even after a decade of marriage equality. You know, some of these polls, and I know Alex is going to go on polls because he loves polls. But exactly.
You're a political science geek, so
I often find that unfortunately the questions are skewed and or aren't understood. Mm-hmm. And I would say, you know, especially when it talks about the, you know, people saying that LGBTQ, what do they say? LGBTQ problems are not a problem. And I think it's because a lot of people don't know that there are still problems. I mean, I still, unfortunately, talk to my parents, and they didn't even know that I couldn't give blood still. Mm. So, like, I think there's a lot of non-information out there. So when they're asking these questions, the people don't know how to answer them properly. So they're probably skewed. I'm not saying that people don't think that, you know, homosexuality isn't moral, and I don't think that people don't think that it's a problem. I just wonder the validity of the people that are polled.
Oh, sure.
I think the second question is more problematic than the first question. The first question about morality, that one is pretty cut and dry. You're either A, you think that being gay is immoral, or B, you think that being gay is not immoral.
But what is your morality based on?
Well, that's a deeper philosophical question.
But